Um, Corporal punishment escalates violent youth behavior. Corporal punishment is violence inflicted on children by parents, teachers, carers, and others in the name of discipline. It's experienced by a large majority of children in many states worldwide. Some children, including children with disabilities and young children, are particularly likely to experience it. My thesis. My thesis is corporal punishment influences many unusual behaviors on minors in the long term. While some criticize its significance, many apprehend debating whether or not it's a topic which should be spoken about. Historic values play a considerable role in the development of the idea or movement. So hey, how's it going? There was obviously some opposition to this. So as this happened, some psychologists made some tests, some long-term tests, like Barman, a famous psychologist, which conducted a decade-long prospective study of families with children aging 4 to 9. She identified 3 different parenting styles. The authoritarian parents, which were more controlling, more restrictive. To discipline, they used fear, little encouragement, and often corporal punishment. Permissive parents were markedly less controlling, minimally demanding. To discipline, they used ridicule, guilt provocation, little power, and reasoning, and rarely corporal punishment. Then, authoritative parents, which employed a combination of firm control and positive encouragement for the child's independence. To discipline, they use reasoning, power, reinforcement to achieve objectives, and some corporal punishment. Not much. Now, after the results were conducted and the test was finalized, they want to know how each children reacted to the different parenting lifestyles. So the authoritative reared the most socially responsible and assertive children. Like an example, children achievement orientated, friendliness toward peers, cooperative with adults, and social dominance. Then the permissive parents admitted to explosive attacks of rage, in which they inflicted more pain or injury upon the child, which they intended. They became more violent because they felt they could neither control the child's behavior nor tolerate the effects upon themselves. Then we got, like in this example, we have non-brutal punishment, which include physical expressions by loving parents with a different methodology, and this goes with a more rapid reestablishment of effective relationship between parent and child following an emotional release. With less guilt reactions to transgression, sins, and unpleasant consequence is imposed, and punishment. So the main result that this psychologist has is that punishment is an effective means of controlling child's behavior, and is not intrinsically harmful to the child if used in a proper way and not overused, or be positive but use it. Okay, I have the 3 topics from my thesis. Usual behaviors on minors in the long term, which we already went through it. It may influence the interpersonal relationships the person has in the future, but it's not a must. Some people debate whether it's a topic which should be spoken or not about, which rolls it into the theme of taboo. Some people think it's taboo to talk about this because it's a topic which has been in their lives for quite some time, so they don't think they should talk about it. But I think it is. Historic values play a considerable role, which is kind of true. Corporal punishment is derived from a Latin word meaning body. It meant physically punishment, and in the past, it was very common. Like in the Middle Ages, where whipping was a common punishment for minor crimes, which it was later abolished in like 1881, and other forms of corporal punishment, which were like in Britain, the birching on schools, which I think it consisted on hitting students with some branches, some weird stuff. Yeah, it was abolished in 1948, and that's it.
Alright guys, so I put another useless assignment up on Google Classroom that nobody will ever look at. It's going to be your 10th project this year. Literally, I'm not even going to grade it. I'll probably mimic to you guys, but 10 hours working at this, but I'm really just going to glaze over it and give you 100. So, oh my god, what is that? What's going on here, son? What is going on here? Oh,
That's it.
pull up your browser history. Pull up your browser history. Pull up your browser history.
No.
Where's your tab? Where's your history?
What?
What were you doing?
No.
I heard sound. There's no music in this class.
Just Flip Flossy.
What's Flip Flossy?
He's a rapper.
You don't listen to Blueface?
Oh, shut up.
Woof. You say no.
Yeah.
No. Corporal punishment is bad, especially for these ghetto kids, man. These ghetto kids, they don't know where they come from. I need to teach them some discipline.